Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. This is San Germain, and today we're doing something a little different. Well, I'm going to be learning. You're not going to be doing anything. I'm going to be learning how to play the ukulele. I don't know how. I know how to play the guitar, and I used to know how to play the violin. I want to get back on that. But anyway, so first I want to start off by saying that I had to change my mic settings for this, just so that the ukulele could pick up. So hopefully you don't hear the ambient creaks of space. I really try and cut that out, but sometimes it sneaks in there, the ambient creaks. It really haunts you after a while. But so we're going to start with tuning, and I just want to not to shout out the people who made this ukulele, but they also made a nice tuner, and I really love this tuner. I think it's officially my favorite, because it has a little button on the back, and you can sort of cycle through like ukulele, violin, banjo, guitar. You know, it also has a chromatic feature and all that. But yeah, it's great. So, okay. So first string is A. It shouldn't be that far off, because when I did receive it, it was already, well, it wasn't tuned, but I tuned it very briefly. So let's see how much time has weathered this poor thing. Okay, well, that's supposed to be A. No, that's lower. A little higher. Just a little higher. Hey! E. Okay. I did not mean to make a A pun. Oh. I hate when that happens. I hate when I'm like tuning something and then it does a very sharp bounce in tone. That always scares me, because I associate that with, hopefully this isn't a nightmare to listen to, but I associate that with like when I'm tuning my guitar and it like the string popping. And if that's never happened to you, it's a very scary experience. I once knew someone who like really scratched their face from a high E popping. And you wouldn't think music could be such a dangerous thing, but they put hammers in a piano for a reason. Okay, that's all tuned, right? Doesn't that sound so much better? Okay, so it came with a little booklet, by the way, and I had Omri drop this off in a little unseen visit. But it has a few songs. A few. I'm not gonna play all of them, but just to sort of get used to the chord shapes, because obviously ukulele has 4 strings, guitar has 6. I actually play a 12 string, but that's essentially, that sounds like a much larger task than it really is, because really you're just playing a 6 string, but with extra strings very close to the other ones. So, alright, let's see what songs I actually do want to play, because between you and me, I don't want to play When Irish Eyes Are Smiling. Nor do I want to play Are You Sleeping? Yeah, Are You Sleeping, Brother John? But on the other hand, I get to play such childhood favorites as like Row, Row, Row Your Boat, Twinkle, Twinkle Little Star, and of course the classic Amazing Grace. This shouldn't be too awful, right? Like, learning these chords. I mean, most of them are semi-open, which means that you don't really like put a finger on any of the frets. Well, obviously, since it's a chord, you do put on at least one fret. But so, Row, Row, Row Your Boat is almost entirely the C chord. Hey, okay. And then it's also a G7. This isn't going to be music theory, by the way. We can do that a separate day. But I just sort of wanted to... Since this is sort of like a weird series, I'm just going to be experimenting with creativity, making stuff, all that. I figured, you know, why not start with something I'm actually passionate about, like music. I'm planning on also doing one for game development, which, stay tuned, next week, most likely. But yeah, okay, so C, G7. I'm not going to worry too much about perfecting the strumming. So... yeah, that's very boring to listen to, isn't it? Because it is just the C chord. And a very monotonous sort of strumming. Okay, let's take it up a notch. Let's take it to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because that one, it like, I think the book is laid out so it's supposed to ramp up in difficulty, because Row 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 Your Boat only has like 2 chords, and one of the chords you only play like for like less than a second. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, it's about like half a bar, maybe a bar, but then you got like at the very end when Irish eyes are smiling, and that has 5 chords. It changes between the chords very often, very quickly. Let's try Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, because I think that at least when I do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it'll sound like a song. So let's see, that's C, and F, and G7. So it's like... well, how the strumming pattern for this guy? I mean, it lists the strumming pattern, but it's not listed in a way where it's like you can sort of see the rhythm of the song. It's sort of listed in a way like tabs are laid out, where, for those who don't know, I'm talking like you all play guitar. Tabs is a sort of music notation used for like stringed instruments, particularly guitar, bass, ukulele, where it shows like basically the fretboard from like an angle, and then this is like a weird lesson. So you got like each string has its own like line of dashes, and then you on those lines you put like 0 for like an open string, or 1 for like the first fret, and so on and so forth. Whereas like a lot of the time, you know, like it's different from like a chord schematic where it's like it'll show the numbers, but that's like what finger you're supposed to be using. This is like, you can get like 17 if you have like a very long fretboard, but you know, you get like 12 as like a little number, which I always hated when it's a double digit, because it's like sometimes it's not actually like a 12, it's actually a 1 and a 2 very close together. But anyway, so yeah, it's sort of laid out like that though, because in that sort of thing, generally there's no sort of visible rhythm, because it's not music notation. It's not like there's no like time signature to the left or anything. It's not separated into beats and bars. Anyway. So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Also, I don't even know if these chords are accurate. I won't really know until I hear it. So oh, that wasn't right. They're having you strum on each syllable, which doesn't... that can't sound right. So it's like... yeah, that's not right. I had to like, I'm like looking down at the sheet, and it's like, no, that's not right. Like maybe I'm misinterpreting it. No, that's how they have it. So it's like, twinkle, yeah, no. So yeah, I'll try and play it more to ear. I play more by ear anyway, so. Yeah, they should have 2 strokes there. Anyway. Is that chord right? Now I'm doubting everything. Oh god. This was supposed to be a short one. Well, I guess it still is. How I wonder what you are. Oh, this is a song for me. Oh, that's absolutely not right, that chord. Like, up above the world so high. It's like a gross simplification of it. Okay, next time, I'm gonna like... This is gonna be a little challenge for me. I'm gonna like try and figure out the chords. Next time, not this time. But, because for the rest of this, I just noticed it just keeps cycling between G7 and C, which is, it can't be that. It can't be. There is a chord sheet at the very end. So maybe like I can use that to like figure it out. But this ain't it. Like no. No, that sounds too cool. It's gotta be more basic than that. I mean, I'm surprised it has a G7 to begin with, but how much of this video can just be me starting a song that like children learn on piano and then me quitting immediately because it just doesn't sound right the way they wrote it out. So Amazing Grace is G. Yeah, I'm doing Amazing Grace now. Take that. So it's G, G7, C, G. I'm like sort of humming it to myself so I can even tell if it's accurate. So far this doesn't seem too good either. How many? Comment below if you've gotten a ukulele as a gift, and it came with like a little songbook to like learn how to play the songs, learn how to play the instrument to begin with. How many of you like have done it and then it's just like completely wrong, like entirely? I'm not saying this is like awful to learn from. It's just like because here's, I guess if it seems like I'm frustrated or worried, it's more so just because as someone who cares about music, and especially people wanting to pick up music for the first time, I was hoping that maybe hearing me stumble and stammer through this, that maybe you'd be like, I can do that. But I'm worried that someone's gonna pick up a ukulele, they're gonna see this chord book, and they're gonna start playing the song, and they're like, well, this doesn't sound right. It must be me. It must not be the songbook that was written by someone who obviously must know music. They sent me a ukulele. You know, so I must be to blame. Maybe I just not cut out for this. And meanwhile, they have like great technique. You know, so that's what I'm worried about. I'm also worried that like I'm gonna listen back to this and it's gonna sound perfectly like Amazing Grace. So like some of the chords are right. Like the G and G7 seem right. Like that sounds right. I would maybe I guess one quick fix could be to like swap the G. I guess I'm explaining this like you can see the sheet of chords, but I would swap the G at the end of this line, where it's like how sweet the sound. Like I would do that as a G7, not a G, because it sort of tries to return to like the home chord, but I'm pretty sure it's a bit lower than that. So G7 at least sounds a little closer. It's like how sweet the sound. Like that's still not right, but it's at least closer. Then you bring it back to G, which that is right. And then it would go to D. And they didn't write this down, but yeah. So the D to D7 is perfectly right. So it's like, well, I keep playing a, oh god, what would that be? Oh, what would it be? Because it's, I guess it would be like, it's not a D minor. It's hard to sort of think of the equivalent of what it would be just from the sound, because I'm not that musically knowledgeable. Like if I were playing this on a guitar, I'd be able to tell you what chord it is, but I keep playing the wrong chord is the point. Like that's what it should be. Not. So saved a wretch like me. And then I was once lost, but now I'm found. See, there the G makes sense. There the G is right. It's blind, but now I see. Yeah. So it's like, when you play it faster, the G does sort of sound right. But then again, I think I'm spacing it out more than it really should be, so that's probably why. It didn't add that little bit at the end. I just wanted a little flourish. Alright, well. Do I do one more like this? I don't know. Because I already sort of confirmed my nightmare that like, oh, I'm critiquing that, it sounds wrong, and then I play it fast, and it's like, well, it's not terribly wrong. Yeah, is he's got the whole world in his hands right? Yeah, sounds right. From those two chords. Okay, well, this is a fun little experiment, I think. Am I done? Let me see. Let me check the back, because there's like the ukulele chords, and I want to see. I want to be able to play each of them at least before I end the video. So you got A, you got B. They don't put it, but this would be B flat, I'm assuming. And then C, D. Oh my god, they put D twice. I'm assuming they meant to put D7, because that's at least one that's in the book. And they don't write D7 later. So yeah, that was their bad. Wait, they don't even put E in here. So that's F and G. And that's a shame, because E is a chord I'm curious about how they play. They do have E minor, though. And A minor. I'm figuring it out, slowly but surely. Hopefully I'm not clipping terribly, because I did have to turn off one of the settings which I usually keep the loud sounds appropriately loud and the quiet sounds appropriately quiet. But for some reason that doesn't work with the ukulele, so I had to turn that off. And C7, G7. All right. Ooh, that's a fun chord. What's that? Hold on, I might be onto something. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip of tea. This was supposed to be 10 minutes, by the way. Also, it came with a strap that, like, it's supposed to attach to the strings, I think. But then I just noticed at the bottom there's like a little peg to put the strap on, but it doesn't have a component on the strap to put that onto. So I have to get like a completely different strap when I get back home. Yeah, I think I'm onto something. Okay. I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. If I just sort of figure out a little bit more. So okay, so this is E minor, right? So this would be E flat minor. So that would be E flat. Okay. Okay. So, sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me. This is for me. So that's E flat. I'm basically teaching myself from ear and a little bit of music knowledge. So okay. Also, so F. I like how C is just such an easy chord to play. It feels like you can sort of do a lot with just C. That's probably why C is in every single song on this book. Yeah, C is in every single song in this book. Is that the thing from Courage? I mean, it's close enough, right? Is that what the chord would be at that part? Like, it sounds a lot like it, doesn't it? Maybe it would be like more like up here. Yeah, like, well, that doesn't sound right, but oh, this is probably the worst part of the video. No, I'm losing it. Because it would be like, okay, so that would be that. But no, it can't be this also. Oh, I'm an idiot. Is it really that? So could it be just like... That doesn't sound right either. Oh, maybe it's that. I mean, it sounds a little sad, but it sounds close. I'm playing by memory and ear. Alright, yeah. It's good enough. Can I play my outro? Because I have the chords now. Now that I learned the E flat, so it'd be like, yeah. Let me get that better. Yeah, it is F after that. So okay. 1, 2. Oh my god. If you ever want to listen live to like a person fiddle around until they eventually play a song right, this is what it is. This is what that is. I think it doesn't sound right because it doesn't have the rest of it with it. Yeah. I guess I'll have to do like some weird stuff I do like when I play guitar, where like I add the melody to like the song. So I'll be like, oh, but that's hard to do. And then it'll be, so maybe. I'm not going to bother with the melody. I'll just have to imagine it in my head. That doesn't sound right, but it sounds good enough. Let's just go with that. Yeah. The chords are probably right, it's just without the melody, it sounds awful. So it's like... Good enough. Alright, thank you. Thank you, bye.